everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to do the secret budget build challenge, and I was inspired by DeeliciousSims. She did this twice actually, and basically what that means, when you build from Managed Worlds, you don't have a budget on how much you can spend. So basically you give yourself a limit, or you can randomize it. I think that's hard, so maybe that could be my second attempt at this challenge, is to like randomize a number. But I think I'm going to aim for 30,000 simoleons. Is that good? Or 35,000? Oh god, I'm gonna do 30,000 simoleons. And this is gonna be a home for one of my series, so I'm trying to complete all of the aspirations, and my sim needs a new house, and this is gonna be for that basically. So let's get started, I guess. Obviously you can like try to add up the price. So like this room, 1320, but like that's not a fun way to build. I would get really bored if I were to build like that, so that's not what we're gonna do. So I think a shape like that is kind of cute, and I think it would be nice to have like a second story as well. And then I also want to have like a little porch area, so I think something like this is cute. I might actually have it up on one platform instead, and I don't know if I should add a ceiling here or not. For now I'm just gonna leave it blank, and I think I want to go for like a dark color scheme because I think that could be kind of cute. And if I were to add a ceiling here, I think we could do like a wraparound situation. I just don't know if that's gonna work very well, but of course we can try it. Okay, so I made the porch a little bit smaller, but I'm thinking something like that. Then we could have this gabled roof right here. Like, does that look okay? But I think this looks good so far. The only thing we spent money so far on is just like the rooms, and I'm slightly worried because like obviously I don't know the price of everything, so I feel like this is going to be a bit hard. But we have to keep in mind 30,000 simoleons, right? So like obviously we can't have like so much clutter in here. We're gonna have to limit ourselves. So I'm gonna use this door from Growing Together for the front door. That is 455. Now I want to focus on the wallpaper. I did say I wanted it to be dark though, didn't I? So maybe I should go with just like a black paneling instead. This is actually like a dark blue color, so that's just what I have on the bottom and top floor. So this is actually like a dark blue color. I think I like that. I just don't like the paneling over here, but I just wanted to do like a different texture. So I'm using the Snowy Escape columns on the porch, and then I think around the corners we're gonna use the Get Together ones. They're not a true black, which is kind of annoying. To save some money, I'm just gonna bring these ones up. That's the house so far. I don't know if that looks good, but I'm trying my best. And then I'm gonna use these Snowy Escape windows. These are only 25 simoleons, so they're very cheap. And then I'll put two in the front right here. Then I guess the top ones will be like that. I think that's fine. And then maybe I'll just put one window right there. So I'm using the floor from Eco Lifestyle, and then I also need to put a foundation down. So I'll just do it in black, and that is free. So I put the lights in. Now I need to figure out the staircase situation. I definitely want to use the cheapest stairs, and I obviously don't know how the layout is going to be, so maybe I'll put the stairs like that. And then I deleted the undersiding, so that saves us a little bit of money. But if we did that, this could easily be a room, and that's already taken care of. And then upstairs I'm thinking this could be our bedroom, and then I was thinking this could be the gym because we'll need a few gym items. And then maybe this could be the bathroom right here downstairs, and we could do like a little U-shaped kitchen. The kitchen could be small. This could be the living room. We could have a small dining area. And something to keep in mind, we do have pets. I have a lot of pets, and I don't think I'm gonna keep them all, if I'm being honest. I might just have to give them up. I wanted to open the floor up, but then the roof poked in, so that's annoying. But I think I might just keep one animal, just one, because I think that's all we can focus on. Maybe that is fine. I think that looks still good. I did bring it in some, so hopefully that helps. But we're gonna have to change the trim because it does poke through. I'm really scared because I feel like I'm gonna do such a bad job, because usually I don't build with budgets. I'm like, oh, I don't care, whatever, I'm just gonna build. Because obviously I build more than I need to, so I don't really need to ever worry about the budget. I think I might use this beautiful tile from the Sleek bathroom kit because that is so beautiful, and I would love to use the Parenthood counters, so I am gonna splurge a little bit on that. First I'm just gonna place it because I'm not sure how the layout is gonna be, so I think that's good. I'll probably put the stove right there. Since we're using expensive counters, I think we'll go with a cheap stove and a cheap fridge. This is like the only way this is gonna work out, and I don't think we're gonna do cabinets. I feel like if I have extra money at the end, I'll probably put cabinets because this is for semi-making, so I feel like I just need to put that if I can. And then I'll put the door to the bathroom right here. So that's the kitchen space. What if we actually had the stove right over here? I think that's maybe better. I can also place the rest of the windows now. I'll probably want two over here in the living room. It would be nice to have two windows right there. And then obviously in the bedroom, I wanted to use this wallpaper from Business and Hobbies because the print is just so beautiful. Like, that looks so good to me. And now I'm just bringing in the wallpaper that I used on the outside. I think that's cute. And then I can follow that up the wall. And I feel like maybe this is a bad choice, but I want to use the business and hobbies rug. It is $4.20. I know that's bad, but it comes in like a very good color. It matches like the green leaves in here, so I think that's perfect. I guess the window placement doesn't really make sense at the moment. I might just scoot it over like this. And then I know this is a lot. Trust me, I know. But this couch is $4.30 and it comes in the correct color. So I also kind of want to do that as well. I feel like it doesn't really match that well with like the navy blue over here, but surely that's okay. Like we can make that work, right? And then we have this lamp that also is perfect. I know it's like a lot, like it's definitely like matchy. I don't know. I think it's just fun to use all the stuff that matches. Yeah, that's too much. I'm gonna go with the cheapest console table for the TV, and I actually would love to put a TV, so that's what I'm planning to do. I could get this one. It's still $1,000, but I could just size it up like that. This stool is $120. That's a lot of money. This is $230. This is $200. I guess I'll have to go with this one, even though like this does not fit the style at all. Maybe I'll just splurge a little bit, you know, like a little splurge never hurt anyone. I just would love to put a chair right there. Maybe I'll put a different chair, a cheaper chair, and it doesn't have to be in the same pattern because I think we're doing too much. So this chair is $180, so maybe I'll use this. I picked yellow because of the yellow flowers. I think that's beautiful. I might move the chair to be on this side, and it's not necessary for us to have like a coffee table, but I think that just would be nice. So I'm gonna go with this one because it's very cheap. And then obviously I would love for her to have an office space, so maybe that could go upstairs or here because she doesn't really need to have a dining room. I'm gonna work on the bathroom real quick. I am kind of planning on using like the cheapest stuff just because I feel like we splurged in the living room, so like we need to like bring it down somehow. So I'm gonna go with this black shower, and then actually maybe I can go with the black toilet because I don't do that often. The toilet I just had is kind of like a blackish blue, so I definitely don't want to go for that. Maybe I could go for this. This is $3.85. I don't think I should spend that much. I think I'll go with this toilet instead. It's a little bit cheaper. And then obviously I do want to have some decorations, so I'll put this above the toilet. We can get one tissue paper. No, actually maybe we can't, but I'll get a tissue paper holder that already has tissue on it. I think that's good. Should we splurge on a plunger? It's the right color, so like I kind of want to. I never go for like a dark bathroom. That's very different for me. So they can have this nice rug. This sink is $150, so I think that's not too bad. This mirror is $105. That's still not the worst. I think I want to bring the mirror down a little bit. It's a little too high up. I don't know if we should spend any more money on the bathroom for stuff like this. I'll just get a toothbrush, and this soap is only $10, so that works. This is the thing about me, is like I want the furnishing to be good and like, you know, at least have some clutter so that way it has something and it's not so blank. Like the bathroom is fine now. The living room, of course I want to put like at least something on here. So I'll just put this book. This book is $25. Like I just have no idea how much this is gonna cost because I'm not gonna stop until I feel like it's finished. I don't know. And then I kind of want to put some bookshelves behind the staircase because it's blank. I would love to use the Book Nook bookshelves, but they're like $230 each, so that's not gonna like really be worth it. I wish we just had a bookshelf that like followed the staircase. Maybe I could just put a table there. This is $200. I could put that behind the staircase. Oh my gosh, guys, do y'all see that? I have to clean my glasses, but do you guys see that weird color in the door? Like it's almost like a glitch or something. Like it's red. You can see it better when I highlight it. This game is like so broken, but I need to get a plant. That is a must have. I think a plant right there is perfect. It is kind of in the way, so maybe I'll put it over here instead. And I'm not gonna waste money on curtains either because that would just be a waste. I'm gonna spend a lot of money to clutter up these shelves, which I feel like I definitely shouldn't do, but you know, I'll put like a little bookshelf in it. I want to see how much the boxes from Dream Home Decorator are. $30. This is $20. That's a lot better. It's still a waste of money though. I really shouldn't be spending my money on this. Maybe that's it. No, I can't because like there's no point of me having a shelf right there if I'm gonna leave it empty. Maybe I'll get a clock right here, and actually maybe I'll just get this cabinet because this cabinet is $55 and then I wouldn't have to spend all this money on these shelves. I think that's a lot better. Like that looks good to me. And then we have our clock right there. That's perfect. And before I forget, I do need to add a pet bowl. That is very important. I think we're gonna keep the dog. I guess technically maybe in The Sims a cat would be easier, but I feel like everyone always chooses a cat, so I'm gonna choose the dog. We can get this nice little desk. Oh my gosh, guys, I feel like that's a mistake. We're gonna get the cheapest computer. I probably overspent. I'm so bad at doing this. honest. Like, I don't know how much a house like this should cost, but like, I feel like it's so empty. So like, surely it's not that much, right? Like, surely it's not that much. I guess we could just have some open shelving. Something is better than nothing. This is $195, but this would look so cute in the kitchen, right? I barely use this, so I want to use it so bad. We don't need a microwave. I just need to find a very cheap plant like this one. I could put that in the corner here, and then I guess it would be nice if we had some clutter up here, right? This is $20, so we could have some sugar. Hopefully that's not too much. A lot of the stuff in The Sims 4 clips into the wall, and I hate that so much. And I understand why it does that. I actually learned recently. I didn't learn, but I just realized the reason why it clips onto the wall is just because they wouldn't fit perfectly together if it didn't clip into the wall, basically. I don't know if that made any sense to you. They obviously match up perfectly together on each side, so that's just the reason. If they were to make it smaller just because it clips into the wall, then it wouldn't fit perfectly. Okay, these books are 45 simoleons. Oh my gosh, I can't spend that much. And then we could get these dishes for 35 simoleons, which doesn't fit on top of the shelf, so I'm gonna have to raise it up. How much do you think this house already is? Like, do you think I overspent? I'm gonna buy her one gym equipment. We don't really have enough money to buy her a good one, so the cheapest one is $900. How much is the other equipment? A boxing bag is like $500. We could definitely do that. We have basketball. She could like max her skill with that, but I'm not gonna do that. That's too much money. I don't really want to have her boxing, but this is $500. Like, the werewolves one is $90. I want her to have a treadmill. So these are all the same price, so I could choose out of these three. So I think I'm gonna get the one from Lovestruck because I just think that looks better. We're just gonna put it on an angle because this is the only thing that's gonna be in this room. So sorry. And then now we just need to choose a bed. I feel like we're gonna have to choose a very cheap bed because look, we splurged. We splurged a lot. Like, we did not need to splurge this much. If we're being honest, I need to switch out the desk. This is $300, but actually if we get a table, that will be $200 or $220 to be exact. So this is so much better. We'll be saving ourselves a lot of money. I don't know if this is cheating, but I do want to get like some pictures to put up on her wall because I don't think I have taken pictures of her yet. So I think if I could do that, that would be nice. But maybe I'll put them over here instead. Like, that's cute. And then also I would obviously love to have a burglar alarm for safety reasons. I also want a thermostat, which I'll put over here. And then I'm not gonna get a fire alarm. It's fine. You don't need it. I just put a calendar right there. Now we can actually move on to the bedroom. I am a little worried that we overspent. You live and you learn, right? Like, you live and you learn. You can't really see it. So like, what's the point of having it if you can't see it? Maybe they don't need a rug. I mean, I'm sure it would be nice to have one, but like, it's not necessary. Maybe I could just put a carpet down to act like the rug. And I'm being so serious. I don't usually do that, but I feel like in this circumstance, it actually works out because it's just like the right size. Maybe I'll do the rug in that color. I don't want to go for the cheapest bed, but I also don't want to go for the worst bed. I think a pretty good bed is the one from Eco Lifestyle, but of course that's so expensive. I need something like under $1,000. This is under 1,000, but we could go cheaper, so we should go cheaper, right? This is $950. This one is $900. The Lovestruck one is $800. So the one from Seasons is Energy 5. That actually might be worth it. Like, is that good? I don't like that it's like basically all black, but that's just what we have to go for. Maybe I can change the color of the rug. Like, maybe the rug being that color is okay. I don't know if she should have like two side tables, but this is only $65. I could put a candle on one side and then on the other side, I could just get like a normal light. This is $95. And then like, what else does she possibly need? I'm gonna have her bring her easel with her, of course, so we don't need that. I guess we could just have a dresser just for the heck of it. So I'm just gonna use the dresser from Dream Home Decorator because it's pretty cheap. This plant is $30, so I think that's perfect. And then obviously I do want to buy toys for the pet. We do actually have a toy basket at home, but just for the sake that this comes with a feeder, I should probably put one here so you could use it. I would love to put clutter on here, so I'm going to. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. Maybe I'll just put this. This is like $45. Of course it doesn't slot to where I want it to go. I swear this game never makes sense to me, but there it is. And I think we're done. Honestly, I would love to get like a fancier light right here. I just think the chandelier should be grand since there's an an opening. This is only $85. I don't think, like, obviously it's not that long. That does nothing for us. This is $145. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna ever go that low, but I think we're ready to like move on. This room is like the saddest room I ever seen. It's like so sad. I don't think we can really fit much on the porch, but if I were to put something, maybe I could put like a bench, or I could put like some potted plants. I feel like potted plants would be cheaper. This is $335. Well, this bench is actually $145, so this is gonna work. Or maybe this should go this way. I wonder if I could get like a smaller door. This door is 455 simoleons. I think I'll just use this door from Snowy Escape. I just want to put the light there, and then we can get like a mailbox and a trash can. We should also probably get a welcome mat. I think that's pretty nice. Or we could get the one that says all puppers welcome, because this is only $20, so I think that's what we'll do. And honestly, I don't think the outside looks that bad. Now we just need to landscape, and I would love to paint the ceiling, but there's no way we have enough for that. And I want the landscaping to match Mount Kamarebi, so we're just gonna filter to that. Ooh, like this red tree. Could put that over here to the side. That costs money? Never mind, never mind. Take it back. I don't want it. Do they not have a red tree? Oh, they do. Okay, this is the red tree. Oh my gosh, I was so scared. I was like, I want to use the red tree. I feel like this is probably more than $30. Oh, of course it is. My bad. Let me repeat myself. I think this is more than $30,000. I just like have no idea. Should I go with like cheaper counters? Also, I just don't like the way this is fitting. I'm so bad at landscaping. I honestly don't have any idea what I'm doing. Maybe I can just put the red tree in the back. And then we have these trees back there, so we could use this. Okay, I think that's good so far. I've seen these around also, so I'll just put this. These are so cute. I like these. I think I'm gonna look at the base game debug next, because we have some of these flowers too over here. I don't know if I like the landscaping. I feel like the landscaping looks terrible. Of course, this is in the wrong direction. That's exactly what we wanted. Well, I think that's nice. Then we can get some dirt terrain paint around the landscaping. Okay, so I did all the terrain paint, and yeah, this is the build. So all the landscaping is free, so we should keep that in mind. And I'm just gonna look at the build and just be like, is this less or exactly 30,000 simoleons? I feel like we spent so much. Like, should I have an automatic feeder? She can fill up the pebble. Do we really need a chair? Do we need a chair? I would love to keep the chair. What if we had one shelf instead of all three of these? I'm stuck. And then this is the bathroom. I use like the cheapest appliances except for the sink. And I also didn't use like the cheapest mirror as well. So I also need to think about that. I mean, this matches the toilet, so we could possibly go for this. And then I'm gonna get a cheaper mirror. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but it never said I couldn't take things back when I said they were final. That was not a part of the rules. Okay guys, I think we're gonna see the price. Oh my god. Is this really the cheapest dresser? I think I'm just gonna have to bite my tongue and see how much this is. Oh my gosh. I'm so scared. I said $30,000. This is probably so much more. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? This is a lie. This is a lie. It's 18,637 simoleons. I didn't even have to delete anything. I did not have to replace any of these items. I could use an expensive stove if I wanted to. I'm 11,000 simoleons away from the price. Obviously a little bit more than that, but I was not expecting that, y'all. I was so scared. I'm so shocked. Am I allowed to add more stuff? Obviously like Simsy would just stop, but I feel like if I'm not at the price yet, can I just add more? Can I please? Can I please? So we have our treadmill. Now I'm gonna get this workout machine, but you know, just to add something else to the room. What if I actually did buy an expensive stove? Is that like worth it? The one I wanted to buy is this one, but I think that's a little too much. Maybe I'll buy this stove that is from Growing Together. Oh, that's 3,000. And then I'll buy a better fridge, and I think we'll actually be done. But I can't believe like we were nowhere near close. Like, I just can't believe that. I'm kind of scared again because this was like 1,500. This was 3,000. This is $1,000. That obviously doesn't equal up to 11,000, but I'm still kind of scared. Can I get a better computer? Because like I still don't want to go over, but I do want to add more since I know that I can. So I'll buy this $1,000 laptop. A laptop being $1,000 is crazy. I have enough. I'm pretty sure I have enough for that. Okay, that's good. Maybe I can also buy some planter pots. I don't know what she's going to be growing, but she could be growing some good stuff. I think I'm going to upload this to the gallery now. It's 24,562 simoleons. I'm so shocked. shocked. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I want to paint the ceiling. Okay, this is actually the final price. It's 25,026 simoleons. So I just called it secret budget challenge. The way this could have been a starter home is kind of crazy if I didn't like keep adding on. But if you want to download this, it will be on my gallery at DeeliciousSims. And I used a lot of packs, unfortunately. I'm so shocked. I don't think you guys understand. Like, if you could be inside my head, I genuinely thought I was like so over budget. I thought I was going crazy. I thought, oh, you're adding way too much, but this is not terrible. Like there's not even clutter on the desk. I don't know. I did make it a pretty small size, obviously on purpose, but I still thought I was going to be over budget. Basically, I have 4,000 more simoleons to spend if I actually had a budget down here. I hope you like this challenge. I'm definitely going to do it again. And next time I'm going to randomize my budget. So I'm going to use Google to be like, I don't know, randomize between 15,000 and 40,000. I don't want to have like a high price, because if it's like a higher price, like, oh, 15,000 between 100,000, then that's just going to be a little too easy. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you. You are important, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.